Oh, we're rolling now?
Go hammer wrath. That will be a glance, so he needs a pain, so that's another wound on him. Then he will get his 3 attacks on it, hits it on 4s. I'm gonna reroll this because you need half his attacks. 2 hits, pretty much the same ratio, but it's that strength, which will be the 2 pens.
Yep.
So that one blew up. Goes up 5 inches. It's gonna kill lots of people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the termagants. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10 of the girls.
So here's the Turpagon, here's the Aerosphex,
Yep.
and Eurobox.
So that was the Turpagon.
Yep.
That's the type of wound. These are strength 3, so these are on the. So yeah, 5 on the termagants. So 5 of them die. It's perfect explosion. 3 plus 6 with the Vergon. Box. Nope. So he took a wound doing that. 5 little of these begs. Gribblies are dead. And now the sisters will be wounded on 4s. And 6 of them got hit. Alright, so you're making those saves on the sisters.
Yep. 3 plus.
Died. From the explosion, these 2 in the background now dead. And that's that combat. Can't consolidate, attack the vehicle. All at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 girls and your sergeant. All at the same time.
So 1, 2.
Okay, so 4s.
That squad has used its active save.
Now 6s.
Come on, girls. You can do this bug in. You're fearless. Nothing.
Alright, get his sequence down over there. Alright. Attacks, hit twice. Toxin attacks, 2 wounds.
One
One
save.
dead. And because he made 1 wound, he gets attacked again and misses. So still being fearless though. So just bogged down, misreading dark. Alright. The Venom Thorps will be going first.
Except they went through cover, so they're going to go last.
So no, this will be at initiative 4. Their miasma, they have Swift Strike, so they go plus 3 initiative. So you go down to 1, then you back up to 3. That's the way they do it.
I don't believe so anymore.
Because that's the way you happen to do it when they did Lash Whips before.
Nope, because
The halberds knocked down the Grey Knight to initiative 1, but because he had the halberd, he moved him back up to 3.
But that's a halberd. Moving through cover or unwieldy always makes you go at 1, no matter
The
what.
Swift Strike rule is a plus 3 to initiative. It's not a normal initiative.
It's plus 3 to your total initiative. It's still you go last at initiative 1, moving through
The
cover.
modifiers, like the halberd, move it up.
No, they don't, because my passion power doesn't affect my initiative when I'm wielding a power weapon with an unwieldy weapon. I can't go to initiative 2 with an unwieldy weapon.
Weapons, you can't.
It's the same for moving through cover.
I'll FAQ it later, but I'll let you play it as is. But I was in a tournament, and I know that was gone through. But go ahead.
Okay.
So the Tormagons will attack first, anyways. They're plus their initiative 5. Then you go for cover.
Yep.
So there are how many left there? 6, 7.
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yes. And
So if you heard this comment, you're more than welcome to comment below to help us with this, that rule. So
there are
about that.
5 girls you can affect.
Poisoned. So 6.
And these are just regular armor.
Yep.
And nobody over there is special, so we'll show them all. Fail 1.
Alright, so they'll be strong.
Counter attack. Got it. They're going to use their active fate this assault round.
Yep.
So 8 makes it for the preferred enemy. So this is the group over here.
Yep.
There's 1s, there's 2s, and 3s miss.
4 is a wound. 2 wounds.
2 wounds. So 2 wounds there.
Pretty much 1 die.
Alright, and then I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the zoanthropes. And I got my veteran. So she's 2, counter charge. Oh, I forgot. +1 attack from the banner. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more over here.
There goes 1. So we missed. 1 more. This huge.
These are on the zoanthropes.
Battlefields.
The last of the guys.
Yeah, battlefields.
Okay. That's not much.
Yep. 2 wounds. Those are all 1s. 3 wounds. 5+. Those go well, so take a wound.
And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pretty shocking that sisters are getting more attacks than bugs, though. That's what I'm annoyed with. Zoanthrope will attack. Not in time. I'll make that one of the Venomthorpes. The other Venomthorpe will hit 3 times, so strength 4 needs 3. Oh, sorry, he's poisoned all 4 wounds. And then
He's poisoned 2+?
Yep. And the Zoanthrope will hit once and not wound.
So the 4 wounds came from over here?
Yep.
We'll start with the basic gun gal. Good, 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 good.
Alright, so that's combat. Wow.
And your fearless and all that kind of stuff.
Of course,
Do your synapse.
synapse. Yep. Alright, you're top of turn 4. So go ahead.
Alright, so top of 4.
Yeah.
Can't
Can't be much movement, so you got really 1 squad to move. So you should be able to do pretty much Oh, I gotta do some regenerations. I'm trying to think of anything here. The Traverse. No. The Horsebach's not working. Yes. So regenerator wound.
Movement, it's done. So now we have some shooting. The Hive Tyrant is actually, because of his base, in 2 firing arcs. So we'll start with the heavy bolters,
Okay.
automated.
D6s. It's fine.
2. Plus 6 2.
Let's just go 1. He's flying.
Oh, he went back up in the air?
Yeah.
Bastard.
He's gonna stay on the ground and get shot to death. Almost.
Okay, there's that. And then heavy bolters and squad on him. So has cannon.
1, 2, 3, and the first. 5 and 6. 5 and 2s. Oh my god.
Oh,
Lot secret rounds.
crap, you died, you bitch.
Nope. She's a bitch. She didn't go down at all. Alright, so their squad can shoot your man. They can also try. I mean, she's close.
Yep.
But they're just using 6s as well.
Yeah, so.
So, we're gonna shotgun and a
Shotgun and a pull.
And you roll another one for grenades. You should really run out of pillow pins. Oh no.
No, that was the
that was
burner
the pistol. So, one begin. So, you get 3+ save. Failed it. Ground. Yep. Take a strength 1. That's perfect. Died. Oh man, I can't believe I continued to roll. Those terrible rolls for that. And flying monster creatures. Alright, so.
Totally screwed up my plan.
Close combat?
Totally screwed up my plan.
Oh, because the Hive Tyrant went down? How's
Yeah.
that do?
I thought he was on the ground still.
Or the charge to get extra movement.
He's got a slingshot off him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you didn't want to cooperate. Alright, so you got the girls here at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, 8, including the sergeant again, so we need to get those rolling.
So,
How close do you need to be to the banner?
12 inches.
Yeah, they're in. She didn't say anything to me. I need to call. You want to do my phone and call her? Of course, she just rushes out and she doesn't talk to anyone else. So. No stuff for the camera here. So you hit on 4s. Wound on 6 is nothing. So here he goes. Because the Fearless is also 12 inches away.
Yep.
So all hit. Toxic attacks. Oh my god. You go 2 wounds. So 1 died. So another attack. That hit. That wounds.
Save.
Wow. Alright, Maddie, and the small amount of invulnerable saves. Alright, that leaves the other combat. So the Hormagaunts are going first. There's only, what, 2 left? 2 hits. Poison. 2 wounds.
Beat up your tomorrow morning anyways.
Two dead.
2 dead.
Got him for 1 hit. 1 wounds.
Is it anything special?
Nope, just poison.
Ha! Good.
Made it. And zone throw will also miss, and then all your attacks back on everybody.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Five's the wound. 5's the wound.
5's the wound?
Yeah.
No.
So now you're still fearless, so that's nothing then. Over there.
Oh, that's still in combat over here.
Oh, you're over there. Was that the girls over there?
That was these girls right
So
here.
you rolled how many 4s? You rolled 1? And there's a save. So 1 more Hormagaun is dead. And then these girls here, I thought you rolled that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna put 6 on the them.
Okay.
So and that still has the sergeant. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, and that leaves 6, 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Fours to hit. Let's go 3, right?
Yep.
Then 5s.
2 and 1, 3 on the venom tropes and 1 on the zone trope.
Oh. Zone thrope's fine. Venom thrope. I'll put another wound on the other guy. So each got 1 wound. Our initiative, the 1 venom thrope has 3 in base. He's going to do a toxin miasma thing. And I'm rolling well now. And you did 1, 2 wounds, so it's a tie combat, I think. Right?
Yep, that was I took 2.
Nothing. Yeah. Alright, so I guess it's my movement phase.
Could they have failed or something? Or?
No, there was an X.
Yeah.
So,
And they were so written.
yeah, there's along with that. So I'm gonna try the gamble once more. There's no choice. Got to put this right here. Oh my god. I cannot catch a break in this game. So he is going to go here and that more or less hitting the Venom Thorpe. So he'll kill the Venom Thorpe, I'm sure. Roll 1 wound on him. The Venom Thorpe doesn't get cover. He doesn't get armor, so it'll kill this guy. And then he shows up. So, awesome job, Moloch. Moloch did not play well because his roll was so... Matty was so close to me, he played pretty well with the tactics and that, so the Moloch ended up not doing much at all for this game. Pretty much can end up changing a lot. So this guy's going to go over the wreck. We'll go 6 inches, take a dangerous terrain check. Fine. These gods will show up here. Split her across. These guys are going minus the point zone. There, we lost the Hive Tyrant. Everybody else is in combat. Stinger Salvo with Assault 4, so we're going to shoot in here because we need to do some damage. Yep, and I roll less rolls, so that does nothing. The Moloch doesn't have any weapons to shoot. Yeah, so not a whole lot for Spectre Studio this total yeah, they're gonna run. Do they have fleet? Nope, so 1 more inch. That was awesome. They're gonna join in the combat. We need to kind of clear some things up here. We'll get that going. He's gonna take a difficult terrain test to go through there. Bugs are piling in from that, so you'll get shots over here from that guy.
Okay, so I've got. Oh no, there's quite a bit out of range now.
You're like 7 inches. That's the closest model, 6.
So the bolt pistol's still in.
The crack
Grenade is not. Well, grenades are 8 inches or 6.
Oh, maybe 8. These guys are out. Right there. So those two.
So shotgun, bolt gun, and a crack grenade. Shotgun, bolt gun, and crack grenade, and it was outside of 12, right?
Mm-hmm. No, not outside of 12.
Also bolt pistol.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Let's see if we make a charge. 5 inches is not. Wait. No. I don't think it has any fleet, so Fine. Alright, so Hormones are initiative 4. So we'll go before everything else. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, need 4s. So that. So we roll some more. That's my army. Need 4s again. Make 4. I don't have any talking sacks or anything, just bare bones. So Matt will need to make 6 saves. So one sister goes down. And they'll get to attack, so now you're basically 7 in the sergeant, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the sarge. You lost him to last combat.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and sergeant for 3. And we'll put these back on the guns.
Well, not all of you can do that then. Only 4 can do that because they're the ones in basic.
Okay, so that would be one in the sergeants over there. So 1, 2, 3. So these are the dice.
4s. Hold on, 4s. Two. 6s. Nope, 2 are dead.
And these on the big bug.
Yep. So, 5 hits. Now need 6s. Nope. 3 attacks from him. All hit. He needs 2s. 3 wounds.
Save
2.
1.
So he gets to do 2 more attacks. 1 more hit. Toxin sacks. Wounds.
Yep.
So you got 3 dead. 1, 2.
And
It's not the same.
yeah, not the sergeant. I'll leave the sergeant there. The one with the strong bolters, the sergeant.
Alright, still fearless?
Yep.
12. Alright, that was the end of turn 5. We're just going to kind of assume we rolled a 1 or 2. And basically, with the mission parameters, that gives the Sisters of Battle another victory.
Over the new 6th edition
Over
bugs.
the new Sisters of Bugs, yeah.
So-
He's got the objective, that's 3. He killed my warlord, that's 4. I had Linebreaker, I have First Blood, but I basically have to chase this one unit. The Moloch showing up so late, pretty much, and then scattering so far away, puts him out of the play. So I put a lot on him for this mission, and he wasn't even there to help me, so I lost 200 points in that aspect there. And then the crazy small amount of fire that brought down the Hive Tyrant from the actual Bastion that should have did it was really strange how the parameters work, but you know, that's the way it kind of works from that aspect there. So, Spectre Wild, congratulations, a good victory. So overall thoughts on our game here. I'm going to kind of say part of it. I know it seems a lot of frustrating things for in the turn of things, because the first thing I know a lot of people are going to press, like, how do you lose to Sisters of Battle part. But I will say, if you did look at the battle, Matt did a nice change from his tactics from previous battle ports they had. Big 2 blocks of big squad girls, but that banner, I mean, Uriah and the other banner was just a lockdown. All of a sudden you were giving more attacks per model. You had Fearless going on, so that was pretty much like Synapse in the return. So then you had the same toughness, same armor for a lot of the stuff that I was basically combating with. So that was a nice combo for that armor.
Yeah, the fact that Uriah and the banner, I mean, I sunk a lot of points in that squad, but it's effectively the Sisters Death Star squad that you can make with Uriah, a Canonist, the Sororitas Command Squad, and with the Command Squad now, the Sororitas can take power weapons. So the Death Cult Assassins only have power swords. So I can get more power swords with a Death Cult squad, with the Battle Conclave. But the Sisters of Battle, a Canonist, and her Sororitas Command Squad, you can kit it out a lot better. And the command squad now has the option to have a veteran sister, so she's got base 2 attacks with paired power weapons, and you can choose any power weapon you want. So I was running actually a combination of power sword for all of them, and 2 of them had power axes, and 1 of them had a power maul.
Yeah. That took out Old One Eye. You saw how flawed that was.
Yeah, so the 3+ armor, way better than Death Cult 5+. And then the invulnerable save from the sister kind of makes up kind of for the Death Cult assassin of normal. Yeah. But the fact that you can also give him feel no pain, which you lose with the Battle Conclave now, because Uriah does not give feel no pain anymore. It's only the Churgeon.
Yeah.
So that whole squad, I mean, tons of points, but it is really proven effective in this new edition of the Codex.
Yeah, that was a good hub. I had to attack. Flaws of the Tyranids right off the bat for me were low weapon skills on a lot of the creatures, so I had a very hard time hitting in close combat for a close combat army. That was bad. The other thing, which was the Scything Talon issue that a lot of people are talking about, your army was getting rerolls because you were able to pop off at least a couple preferred enemy. The Codex doesn't give even the Tyranids anywhere to do that unless I use the Swarm Lord. So, if you want a generic, it's just kind of funny that the Swarm Lord has to seem to be more and more like go back to that hub to get that.
I actually want to beg to differ on that one a little bit. You lost the rerolls on the to hit. But if you took Toxin Sacks on all your stuff, you would have been rerolling on wounds.
They did. They all had it. But the thing is, when you're not hitting, you don't roll a wound. So the Hormagaunts who got shot pretty well up, but all the big bugs were rolling a wound. They had all of them have Toxin Sacks that needed it, except I think the Taveragon because it wasn't planning on being close combat, or maybe the Moloch. I think it did it on. But everything had it. But you can't get Toxin Sacks really much on Zoanthropes and stuff. That you needed. The Venomthorpe's going to wound on a 2+ anyways. So everything had the capacity to wound. It's just there no capacity to reroll the hits. You were able to bump up your attacks, so that's better. That was another way for it gave you a bonus there, at least here in certain phases. But you got that every time with the banner, and then you got the rerolls. The Nid army, that's what stopped the close combat. I mean, it's kind of what, in a way of the Necron strategy with Mind Shackle Scarab. They're supposed to be rolled over in close combat, but because the Mind Shackle Scarab locks down a character, it makes it a very hard balance for for a close combat army to take that victory. I'm fine with a 3+ armor save. That's pretty much the standard for an Imperial Marine army. But the Tyranid army is not hitting. When it hits, the lions, if you notice this battle, were very locked, very early. A monstrous creature was now locked in because of Fearless, because of the banners, their multiple attacks. It wasn't in danger, but for him, but you saw how old One Eye was for your very expensive squad, which is fair. I mean, if you look at the parallel points, that should have been the issue, without me not using a challenge or anything like that. But I did see that it wasn't really generating a lot of attacks, and really was just feeling a lot more hits and rolls. So I'm having to roll a lot more because of your success. And the few times I was puncturing through, the invulnerable save was helping you. Again, that's not a major factor, but you got to look at generating dice. The game is about 40K is about math hammer, and I didn't see a lot of that for the close combat aspect. For an army that's not known for close combat, the Sisters did well for what they're known for.
Well, I think we really have to give that extra bonus for the Sisters on this one to the mission. The Relic mission allowed me to concentrate on my Sisters in one spot. I could screen them with the big blob squads. I basically formed a bubble and targeted you so that I could get the command squad, which ended up with the awesome scoring unit.
Yeah, you got that. Mine was against Night Fight, which basically maybe showed up now, but that was irrelevant at turn 5. Yeah, totally from that.
So the mission really benefited me in this regards. If we had played something where there were spread out objectives, or if it was a kill points, I think you would have.
Kill points would be 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 in the kill point thing. So yeah, it's still pretty close. Pretty close, but my Warlord was dead. I got First Blood. I only because you had very small amount of units in kill points. It was the 4 vehicles, which you've always mentioned is a big issue with the kill point scenarios for that mission there. And there was a lot of good things for the Sisters. I mean, for both armies for the issues, the 5+ deny for every unit was
Adamantium Will, the new benefit in this edition.
That helped in a key phase. We saw that roll there, so that was pretty good. Using the Bastion was a very effective help to amplify. Like I much say, like the Aegis Defense Line. I think the Aegis Defense Line is a big Nid help early in the shooting phase. But again, this really did turn into a close combat thing, and the Nid should have pulled out a little bit more. But your war gear combinations was very well comprised for this army, so that was very nice. We will still continue to build this Tyranid army. One thing that I know that is pretty much needed for this Tyranid army is the Hive Crone. I think we're not taking it as foolish for a lot of Tyranid armies, because that's going to give you the full balance compared to the Horsepex. The Horsepex is fun, or maybe I could take out the Moloch if this was an 1850 list, depending on what we're playing around with, but that would definitely would have been a big difference, having that bad boy flying around instead of the Moloch.
Well, I think also this big bug format that you're playing with in this new edition, I think is actually hurting you as far as you're not used to the tactics. Your army didn't close as fast as I've had it run into me before with all the small bugs.
Well, I was in combat with turn 2, so.
But with big bugs.
Yeah, well, the Hive Tyrant, its job was he had the lance. You had exorcists that were very deadly. So, like I said, the Moloch never showing up was the big component. He was supposed to show up around turn 2, turn 3, with a 3+, to arrive and kind of cause havoc on the Bastion, cause havoc on the Exorcisms. That would have changed something. I mean, your Exorcisms didn't really do a lot of damage. The Bastion did some good amount of firepower thing that would have changed some priority. It's also a certain bugs. Like the Hearthspecs tied up, you killed one unit, and then got tied up by the big blob. So that's where the difference part was. If it was a unit that wasn't fearless, he probably would be very effective. But because you had your unit fearless, that was an issue. So for him to kind of get through faster.
The other thing we should probably mention is I used the Bastion as standard 6th edition. I did not include any of the Stronghold Assault rules.
Yes.
So that was a straight 6th edition Bastion.
Yeah.
So that was, not that it really changed the rules a lot, but we did not use Stronghold Assault in this scenario at all.
Yep. That was pretty basic, and that's the plan, for permanent things to kind of use that fortification. But me and you do plan on doing an escalation thing, because we want to see exactly how that's broken and what 40k did to that game, because you're going to be looking at the Stronghold part of it. I'm going to look at, if you've seen my battle reports before, or known me before, I have a Harridan. So that puts a gargantuan creature into play. So we want to see what GW did with that, but we want to get the NIDs out to you. Like Matt said, if this was a kill point scenario or objectives, this would be a lot. This is definitely a closer game. The Relic changes the scenario of objectives for what it was. You have the objective with a scoring HQ unit because that's what you roll, but everything else would be contested. If we were doing missions right now, if we looked at this board, either kill points or victories, this is a lot closer game. So they stood up.
And if it was another game with multiple objectives on the table and I had to spread out to try to go get multiple objectives, that would change the dynamic as well. I really just got to blob up and kind of bubble around my unit. Now, if I hadn't got the scoring with my Canoness, I could have used Hurt or Roadblock and brought the big squad in to carry. So that wouldn't have changed too much because the Canoness and her squad could have held up just as well as the squad of 20.
Like I said, a part of my fault is I really blame the Moloch. There was a lot of things he could have done. There's a lot of things he could have did for the Tyranid army. When you put 200 points in it, it's still pretty cheap for what he was. But I was looking for the strength 6 AP2 hit. He scattered off immediately to impassable terrain. That took him right out of play. Then coming back and then scattering once again. So he never even got to use the effect there. So that was pretty shitty luck on him on his part there. So and then because it was so, like I said, so late getting him on the table because he didn't turn until turn 4. It was just wow. That's really bad aspect on him. So he really didn't really do a whole lot of anything for me in this game. So, but again, we hope you enjoy. This is the Tyranids. We'll be doing more bat reps in the future for a lot of different things, and hopefully you guys will stay motivated with the Tyranids. It is a hive mind. It is something that you need to adapt and learn your opponents and your prey.
And the Adeptus Sororitas, it is a hard army to play. It's not something that a beginner should really pick up and hope to really get the game with.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of tactics, a lot of finesse. I've been playing them for years, and I still can't really get the solid performance out of them every time I want.
And that's a good note that this was a big change for Matt too. Matt is a very mobile player with a lot. If you've seen his bat reps before with Immolators and Rhinos, this was a big thing for you to take that dive with those big squads. But you adapted to what the new system does, and it definitely rewarded you.
Well, even in a tournament game, losing 6 or 7 victory points because of cheap Armor 11 transports and other vehicles, it just knocks you out of the running for a lot of scenarios. So I had to kind of think about that, pull in the big units, cut down the vehicles, and the vehicles kind of performed the way they should have performed, but certainly it was a foot slogging.
Yeah, but the synergy with the banners, I thought, was, like I said, that was the key. That was the extra attacks. That was the amount of models with the extra attack. Is like I said, it's a math hammer game. If you look at that, what was on there, that was key. So
yeah, so the Uriah Jacobus has a banner that gives +1, gives fearless and counterattack all around within 12-inch button, and then the banner of sanctity. It's a 40-point banner.
Yep.
But the banner of sanctity gives +1 attack and reroll on morale, pinning, and leadership tests.
Yeah.
So between those two, a big bubble
I can get
of
those.
extra security.
Yeah. All right. So that was it. Again, thank you. Like I said, we're doing it in my household, so a lot of things going on, but we have to wrap it up. Hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe and follow us.
Watch us for more.